Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. Welcome to my channel. This is the place where we take our sewing to the next level and are part of a growing community. I just want to say thank you to all the people who reached out to me, making sure I was all right. And it was about a week it's been about a week and a half, I think, since I put out a video. So I just wanted to let you all know that I am fine. What happened was I am a worship leader, as you know, and there's nothing busier than a worship leader during Easter week. Add to that, I am the person at church who knows how to put things online, so a lot was resting on my shoulders there. Add to that, this is my time of year for allergies. I actually got quite sick with my asthma. Was a little worried right now because it carries a whole new level of fear with it right now. Turns out it was just my allergies. My steroids that I normally take took care of it, and I am back with you almost 100%. So thank you for all your prayers and concern. I am doing fine, and I apologize for being MIA there for a little bit. Today I want to talk to you about the Audrey top from Sew Over It. It's a really great little pattern, and I want to talk to you about that in just a few moments. But before I get to that, I did want to just tell you that first of all, I am 10 subscribers away from 4,000. So if you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, this might be a good time to do it. It would really help me out. There's nothing special that goes along with being 4,000, but just it does feel really good. Last week was my 1 year since I started this vlog, and I said that the next video we would have a giveaway. So today will be the giveaway to celebrate 1 year. Here's what you need to do to enter. Comment on this video below and you'll be entered into the drawing. There will be 4 prizes altogether. There will be 2 gift cards from Ellie Mac, 1 gift card from Love Notions, and a very first edition bee bracelet from Honey Designs, which is my sweet daughter-in-law. Now, I don't have a photo of it for you yet because it's still, she is just making the very first ones. I will tell you they're going to be very cool. She's using gemstones, and along with it, those gemstones are noted for representing calmness. And if you don't know the bee story, you might want to go back a few videos. I explained it there, but the story goes back to my mom, Dorothy, who was an amputee and wore a bee to remind herself that she could achieve the impossible. So my family and I have used it as a symbol of hope, and my daughter-in-law wanted to take that and run with it with some bee bracelets to help people if they struggle. If you win that, you will be getting one of the very first bracelets of the edition. I will also have some viewer makes at the end of this video, and you might want to stick around for those because there's some really great things. You all are doing some wonderful things out there. Keep those photos coming. I love to share those, and this is a community. It's not just about me. We're all doing this. I learn things from you guys every day. In fact, I would love someone to send me some tips. I bought something new, and this is how sick I was. It actually sat in the box in my garage for over a week before I even unboxed it. So far, what I've done with it is I actually thought it would be a really neat way to learn about it for something I need. I made about 11 pair of the patterns for Pirates Fierce underwear, and it's a great pattern. It has high-rise, mid-rise, and it's easy, and it was a great way to learn how to do the basic stitching on my cover stitch. So if you have a cover stitch, why don't you put your 3 favorite uses for it in the comments, because I'm still learning. I know that I bought it to make knits easier and for hemming and whatnot, but if you have a use other than that, oh, please share it with me because I know it's good for way more than that. I was wondering how much you guys would enjoy a YouTube live session where I can take your questions and just hang out together, share what we've been doing. I was thinking this Sunday at maybe around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That would give our West Coast viewers still a chance to be in there, and also the ones overseas. It wouldn't be too late for them. So I thought maybe 4 o'clock Eastern time on a Sunday afternoon might be a good time. So I'd love your comments on that. I think we'll try it out this coming Sunday and see how it goes. There won't be any particular theme this week. Just bring your sewing questions, and I will try and answer them. And maybe we'll just, bring your soda, glass of wine, cup of coffee, whatever, what have you, and we'll just hang out and share what we've been doing, what's on your cutting table, what's on my cutting table, questions answered. Maybe other people might have answers that I don't. So let's just hang out Sunday afternoon at 4 on Dorothy's Daughter. Okay? If you can't make it, we'll definitely keep the video up there so you can go back and watch it later. So the Audrey top from Sew Over It. I fell in love with the photos of it. I love any kind of cute detail to upscale a t-shirt. So when I saw the bow, I thought it looked kind of 60s. I just loved it. So I just couldn't wait to make it. Now I've had a little bit of a love-hate relationship with some Sew Over It patterns. I have found that in the past, I did the poppy play suit, but I did have to do quite a bit of alteration on it to accommodate a long waist and to accommodate just being a larger size. So this one, though, goes from 6 to 30. So it has a wonderful extended size range, and that was what drew me to it as well. Not that I need the extended sizes, but that it's so accessible to so many people, and I will support that 110%. Pattern companies that are inclusive of all sizes. I think it's very important. So there are 3 versions. You can do the bow, like I did here. I'm going to put a picture up here. Or you can do just a tie, or you can just do a plain neckline. Now I did the bow, and it's just, I love it so much. I have plans probably to make a few more of these, and I'm just going to go over a few tips that I have about the pattern. First of all, on wearability, it's a very wearable garment. I did find that the bow stayed tied for me. I did it in double brush poly. One thing I did do was I added some knit interfacing just to the tie ends so that the bow would hold up and not look limp and weird. I'm going to talk more about that in a moment when I get to construction, but I do think that really upscaled the bow quite a bit. Because I've had things before where you tie them in a bow and then it's knit, and it's drapey, so by the end of the day it's just hanging. And this did not do that. Also, it felt really dressy, but it was still comfortable. I mean, I ended up, we're all on this quarantine and lockdown and not able to really go to our Easter parties, but because it was my husband and I wanted it to feel special. I mean, it actually ended up being my Easter outfit. I threw it over some black pants and put some makeup on and actually felt, a little bit dressed up for Easter. It was kind of the perfect thing because it was comfortable as well. The construction was very easy. It's a raglan construction, so there's just the raglan seams. There's not even any set-in sleeves, nothing. It's just very, very easy, very beginner friendly, that part of it. Now, as far as the neckline goes, I did use some interfacing. As I said, I started where the notches were for the ties. Next time, I do think, as long as it's knit interfacing, I wouldn't want to use any other kind. I do think that I would go ahead and interface the neckline part as well, because I do notice that is just a little more limp. And I think if it had a little bit more body, it might be better. It depends on what you made it out of. I mean, if you made this out of a Ponte or something, you wouldn't need to do any of that. But double brush poly is pretty drapey. So I do think I would do that next time. But definitely use knit interfacing because you have to ease that neckline in. Obviously the neckline is cut shorter than the actual opening. What I found was two things. I stretched out the raglan a little bit, the neckline in construction. So you need to be very careful not to do that. And two, I think that the neckline piece was a tad short. I did get some little puckering right here. It's not terrible and I can live with it, but it's not perfect. And I like, of course, everybody likes things to be perfect. I might cut it just a titch longer so that I don't have to pull it quite so much. If you do use interfacing on the neckline, here's a tip. Keep it off of the seam allowances. So just do the part that folds, and then I use Easy Knit from Pellon. Use a knit interfacing and make sure that you cut it, you know, so that the stretch is going around, and it should behave like any other knit would for you. And I think it would give that neckline quite a bit more body. So that would be something that I would try next time. It did work really well for the ties though. I feel like that bow, I tied that bow in the morning and it didn't move all day. So that was good. As far as fabrics for that, I did use double brush poly, as I said. It was a soft print, and I think you could use a soft print like that, but I do think the details would really shine in a solid. So I may make a solid one just to show the bow detail. I think it would be adorable black, just a solid black t-shirt with the bow, or you know, just any solid color. As far as the fabric content, you could use any kind of jersey. I would probably not use an ITY only because they're silky and sort of flimsy. Drapey, I guess is a better word, but to me, I think that would be a challenge to keep that neckline having enough body to do what you want it to do. So I would stick with maybe the cotton spandex, double brush poly, just like not really lightweight, but not heavyweight either. So I would keep it into something. And I think a four-way stretch is a really nice idea for this one. But I would go with at least a 50% stretch if you do a two-way stretch. So you want good recovery so that neckline lays nice and flat. And yeah, you should be good to go. The neckline construction, if you just match up your notches, it works out really well. No issues at all with that. And I do think it would be a confident beginner could handle that pattern. So, in summary of that, I think that it's a wonderful pattern. I would highly recommend it. The only thing I did lengthen the body a little bit, and I didn't even need to do a full bicep adjustment, which is unusual for me as well. So it's a very well done pattern, and I think, if you like to have that, I love like upscaled tops that you can throw on over jeans. It instantly takes your outfit to another level, and that's what that top does. And I just love it. I can't wait till I can go out somewhere and actually wear it. So but anyway, that is my review on the Audrey top. It just came out, I think, a few weeks ago, and I just now got around to making it, but I really love it. And it's definitely one to add to your stash. So on to our viewer makes. All right, so Ruth, her tagline is One Frosty Day. She sent me photos of this beautiful Love Notions Presto tunic that she made. And then she also made a Itch to Stitch Cape Cod capelet. That's a pattern I have not done yet. I really like the looks of that. That might be something that I do for myself in the fall. A really neat pattern. Thank you, Ruth, for sending those. They're beautiful. And Anessa, who is just a dear person who always gives me a smiley face every week on my comments, and it just brightens my day. She made some little linden shirts for her grandsons, and yeah, she's putting her time with her lockdown to good use as well. So keep those viewer makes coming. They're beautiful ladies, and I'm so thankful that we have sewing and we can do something productive. I am making a few masks. I know I said I really wasn't going to, but now that their CDC is recommending that we actually wear them, keep in mind though, if you do wear masks, and I know I said this before, and I'm probably preaching to the choir, but I'm going to say it again anyway, because the nurse in me has to. The masks may do a little bit of protecting, but they will not. They're not a sure protection against this virus for you. However, if everybody wears them, we would all keep our germs to ourselves. So I think that's the idea behind the CDC recommending that we wear them. So I did start making a few for family and friends. And I've kind of found a pattern I think our local hospital had recommended. If you have a favorite pattern for masks, go ahead and put that in the comments as well. I really don't want to do a separate video about masks because there are just so many videos out there like that already. I don't feel like you guys need another one. But just so you know, we're all in this together. I'm not making hundreds and hundreds to take to the hospital. I applaud you all who are doing that. A friend of mine is doing that, and I gave her some elastic and fabric. Actually, I ended up purchasing a box of elastic right before this all hit. Remember, I was making bathing suits, so I bought a 1/4 inch elastic, a whole box, and didn't get to make all the bathing suits, but boy, I've been able to donate elastic for masks, which is really, that was a God thing, I think, that I had bought a little extra elastic. So you ladies who are doing that, I applaud you. But with doing all the things for church, with putting that online, trying to keep my channel going, which I know I did a very bad job of this week. But anyway, I've just found that that's kind of enough for me to do. But I do applaud you all who are doing it. And yeah, there's some great videos out there on making masks. So if you do have a good one, please link it below. All right. So that's all I have for today. So with that, go ahead and comment below for your chance to win my drawing. And we will do the drawing on Friday, this Friday. So go ahead and comment on this video. Even if I do another one in between, it has to be on this video, and you'll be entered in a drawing. And there will be 4 winners. Okay? With that, have a wonderful day. Happy sewing.